Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Zach Waller, and I want to welcome you all to the Israel Lighthouse. It is Hanukkah, and we are excited to celebrate it with you by sharing some Hanukkah inspiration from the land of Israel. So today, I have a very special guest, and I want to kind of set this up a little bit because I want you to be able to really appreciate the reality that you're just about to experience. Imagine if you lived where you're at in the US, Canada, wherever you're at in the time of King David, and you were able to hear from someone like the prophet Nathan or Joab, Joab, the captain of Israel's armies, some great leader in the nation of Israel. Imagine if you were able to hear from them from the land of Israel to wherever you're at. So today, we are honored to be able to bring you a messenger of that caliber. So directly from the Israeli Knesset member, the religious Zionist party, fearless leader in Israel, my friend Ohad Tal. Welcome to the Israel Lighthouse.
Wow, Zach, thank you. Thank you so much. And wow, thank you for the exaggeration.
I don't think so. I think this is the reality. We are seeing such great miracles. Israel's restored, right? Resurrected from the dead. And here you are, part of Israel's government, able to speak to the world and tell everybody about what's happening in the land of Israel. So, could you share with us a little bit? What does it feel like? What is it like being the modern day Maccabee that you are in the Israeli government? What does Hanukkah mean to you?
First of all, Zach, I agree with you. I think we are extremely privileged to live at this time in this generation,
Mm,
in this country. I can only imagine, our grandparents would have given everything they had to
mm,
live for 5 seconds in this time, despite all the challenges, all the complications, and all the really, we have we experienced in the past 2 years,
mm,
massive, serious challenges, and yet
mm,
I think we are privileged because we're also seeing, as you've said, unbelievable miracles. And I think Hanukkah for me is two things. It's first of all, we are saying Hebrew, me'atim mul rabim, the few versus the many,
mm,
because the whole story of Hanukkah was a story of a small nation that fought against strong and big forces, and we did it anyway. I feel, even as a politician here in Israel today, that you're seeing such a massive problems and challenges, and you suddenly think, how can I, I'm a small person, I'm only, who am I to fight against all these massive forces? But
mm,
I think history teaches us
mm,
that we have to not to be afraid, not to lose our confidence, despite the fact that we are maybe few and small. We have we are part of something which is much bigger than ourselves, and therefore we have to continue. So that's number one. That's one of the main things Hanukkah represent for me. The second thing is that our mission is to turn on the lights, like the
mm,
Maccabees. They brought the light into the temple. Our mission, even in dark reality, is to turn on the light, to bring more light into the world. And I think, again, as a Jew, as an observant Jew, I believe that the fact that the Jewish people have returned back to their homeland after 2,000 years of exile wasn't meant only for ourselves. We didn't came here just to protect ourselves from our enemies and to have the ability to protect ourselves or to survive. That's not the purpose. Not even to be a startup nation. Our purpose is to bring light to the world, to humanity, to bring blessing to the world. I keep repeating the prophecy of Isaiah because I do believe that that's the ultimate purpose of the Jewish people, to fulfill Isaiah prophecy, that at the end of the days, the temple will be firmly established to the peak of the mountains, and all nations shall stream to it. For my house shall be a house of prayers for all
mm,
nations. That is the purpose we came to serve. We came to serve, to be a nation of priests, serving humanity, connecting humanity with God. That's the purpose we came to serve. And we need to bring, that's the light that we need to bring to the world.
Wow, yeah, that's so amazing. Such a huge vision, and obviously, as Bible believers, we should all be excited about that, right? That this house of prayer for all nations, it includes everybody, right? There's a call for everybody to be a part.
Yep.
Um, so maybe one last thought. I know you're a very busy man, and you gotta keep rolling. But how would you encourage as you're sharing this light and your purposes in doing that? What would you encourage people that are listening now? How can they then take that light in their area and pass it on? What's the most important thing they can do as people are watching this in the United States and Canada, all over the world? What can they do to take up the torch and carry it on?
Wow, I think fighting for the truth, that's the most
Mhm.
important thing. I know, again,
Yeah.
because today, when we're talking about a world of darkness, I think the
Mhm.
darkness of our days is the
Yeah.
darkness of falsehood. There's so much
Mhm.
lie in the world. Those who are good presented to be evil, those who are pure evil presented presenting themselves as if they are the victims, and they're the
Mhm.
right. No, no, no. Everything is upside down. The fact that
Mhm.
Israel is being accused for committing genocide, you know,
Mhm.
that's it's not just a lie. Okay, it's exactly the opposite. Exactly the
Mhm.
opposite. I mean, we're the only nation on the planet that provides food and humanitarian aid to our enemies while at
Mhm.
war. We're the only nation on the planet that risks the lives of our soldiers to protect Palestinians in Gaza in the past 2 years, to allow them to go to the safe zones because Hamas was shooting them. So we are accused of committing genocide. I mean, Israel is the only country in the region in which Christians and Muslims and Druze population is growing, not getting smaller. Israel is a blessing to the world,
Mhm.
and we are demonized and trying to be presented as the most evil force in the world. Not even talking about the hypocrisy and the double standards. I mean, how many people realize how many people died in wars in Congo, in
Mhm.
Sudan, in Syria in the past 2 years? How many people were displaced? Millions and millions of people. Nobody's rallying for them in college campuses in America, in London. Nobody cares about that. You know what? Nobody even cares about how many Palestinians were killed in Gaza only in the last couple of weeks since the ceasefire started, and Israel has withdrawn from all these places in Gaza.
Yeah.
Hamas killing your own people. So who cares about that?
Mhm.
Nobody. But everybody's
Wow.
obsessed with Israel.
Mhm.
So you ask me what's the mission? Turn on the light.
Mhm.
Stand with the truth. Fight for the truth. Don't let all these false narratives and campaigns to brainwash you, to brainwash your children. Make sure that you are standing with God on the right side of history, supporting the good forces of the world, fighting the evil forces of the world. And I hope that those who have God in their heart will know to differentiate between good and evil, will know to differentiate between truth and false, and will support Israel.
Mhm. Yeah, and that is the Hanukkah message, right? This rededication,
It
this
is.
turning from the darkness to the light. So
Right.
thank you, member of Knesset, Ohad Tal. Thank you so much for being that light in this world and for speaking out and for being such a great spokesman for the people of Israel who are the light to the nations. Thank you so much for being on and for sharing with us and for
With absolute
encouraging us
pleasure.
to speak out. And we bless you that you continue on in strength and be able to continue. We know it's not easy. There's so much, crazy stuff going on, but we bless you to have strength and courage to be able to continue being the modern day Maccabee that you are. So blessings to you,
Thank
and
you
thank you
so
so
much,
much
my
for being
friend.
with
Thank
us.
you, Zach. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, blessings. Shalom, shalom. And thank you
Shalom.
guys for joining us. Blessings to all of you, and Chanukah Sameach.